Alright, today we're going to be working on taking that front bumper off so we can get to these headlights. As you can tell, they're pretty bad. Be careful who you let work on your car and who you trust with it. Car sat for over 2 years out in the sun when it was supposed to be in a shop. For some reason my GoPro wasn't recording when I removed the 4 9/32 bolts and the 2 10mm bolts from under that front bumper. This right here is me removing the 4 9/32 screws on the outside edge of that inner fender. You can see here in a second I'm able to slide my hand back in there. We're going to pinch 2 tabs together on that side marker as you're pushing out. And once you get it out, you can twist that light bulb out of that side marker. There's also going to be 2 10mm bolts on the inside of that fender that hold the fender to the bumper cover. So you see me here removing the other side. Sliding my hand in there, popping that side marker out. Those 2 10mm bolts up in there that hold that bumper to the fender. On that front bumper, once you pop the hood up, right where the hood and the bumper meet, there's going to be 4 10mm bolts right there, and then on each edge next to the headlight is almost like a push clip that you have to pull up on. You don't have to tug on it too hard, but it'll pop free. Then you're able to lower the hood and then pull that front bumper cover off. Once you get that front bumper cover off, you have one Torx bit that's exposed that you can remove. It's going to be a T15 Torx. It's going to be 1 screw on each side right next to the headlight. And then you can see me lifting up the hood, and then there's going to be 4 T15 Torx screws on the top of that fender where the hood and fender meet that you can remove. You have to remove all 4. Just leave the back one on each side so it keeps that fender aligned. And I tried to only remove the 3. And then I lost my Torx bit. It's me running around trying to find it, seeing if I have another one in my truck. Don't have another one in my truck. Luckily, I was able to find it and remove the rest of those screws holding that fender in place. You just want to be able to get enough room so you can wiggle that headlight. There's going to be 3 bolts that actually hold the headlight down. All 3 of them are going to be 10mm nuts on each side. As you can tell, my hood doesn't like to stay open. The car was in perfect condition when I dropped it off. That's one headlight out. And you can see right here once I get those 3 bolts off and I pull up on the fender and I'm wiggling that, you gotta push up on the headlight and then pull out on it away from the car. Instead of undoing each light, I just undid the harness that hold all those lights in together. You might be able to see it when I set this other headlight down. I went to get a flathead screwdriver so I could pop that clip on it. Yeah, you can see the cord hanging. And this is just me going back, putting the bolts back in so I don't lose them, setting the bumper cover back on, putting those 2 10mm bolts back on the inside. If I don't do that, then I'll lose all my hardware. splash guards on this car have always bothered me. They've always been kind of like a dull black. It didn't matter what kind of plastic restore cream or anything that I've ever used on it. Never really got them black. I was always worried about taking them off. I thought it was way more labor intensive than what it really is. Got the headlights out. Now we're gonna take off the, I don't know what they're called, like the little plastic mud flaps down here. These things. There's 3 screws under the bottom, and then I got these little push pins right in here. So we're gonna try to get out now. Alright, so I put the headlights in the oven at 240 degrees for 25 minutes. Pull them out and just start in one of the corners, prying on it. It took some finesse to be able to get under it, and I just have a flathead screwdriver that I'm using. Just prying up in a couple areas, working my way around. Finally I can pop up on it and get up under it. See, I can get that separation finally in there. Those little plastic tabs, when you have them hot, you can pry them out of the way. But if you try to do it before, they're kind of hard and brittle, they'll break. There's also 3 bolts that you want to remove before you put the headlights in the oven. Alright, got it separated. Take these torque bits out, swap it over. Just me removing those screws out of there. All pretty straightforward, simple. Let's take a look at how bad these look. Big difference. Those are just some lens covers that I got off Amazon that are tinted. If you broke those posts that I was saying, those 3 bolts that you need to remove, this is that easy fix. super glue and baking soda makes it super hard. It's my fat girl. She always thinks I have food.